So this is about the donor. Now about the recipient. The recipient is the patient who will receive the bone marrow transplant. During the process of bone marrow transplant, this patient is admitted in a specialized bone marrow transplant unit for 3 to 4 weeks. During the process of transplant, to eradicate the existing tumor associated stem cells, we give strong tumor or stem cell toxic treatments which are part of chemotherapies, and patients need to fit to have these kind of chemotherapies. Hence, patients are tested by doing fitness investigations, where we run tests for the lung function, heart function, kidney function, etc., to make sure their adequate organ function is there to receive these kind of treatments, including stem cell infusions. Post transplant, these patients have prolonged period of low blood count. Patients are susceptible for infections during this period, and they need to tolerate nearly 10 to 14 days of low blood count and antibiotics and IV fluids, nutritional supplements, etc. So they need to be fit to receive this kind of complex, lengthy and a strong procedure. Hence, these investigations are done before the transplant to make sure both donor and recipients are fit for donation and receiving these stem cells respectively. So these tests are done in OPD, and some of the tests are done as an inpatient.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, as the success of bone marrow transplant and the popularity is increasing, I'm sure a lot of centers across the city and state are coming up. So, what are the must-haves at these centers that you think, since you have already, been instrumental in setting up bone marrow transplant centers at prestigious hospitals of Mumbai? So, what are the must-haves for these centers if they want to function and have a great success rate?
So, bone marrow transplant is a very complex procedure, and it needs to have reasonable infrastructure in the transplant unit. So, not only the transplant unit, but the blood bank and the associated services like renal medicine, ICU if necessary, transfusion medicine, as well as the hematology lab need to be well equipped to conduct these kind of procedures. So, during the bone marrow transplant procedure, first the harvest, the blood bank comes into role, where a transfusion specialist needs to be trained in the harvest procedures, where the donor or the in autologous transplant patient himself need to go on a dialysis type of a machine. So, there is a reasonable transfusion setup that is necessary to extract these stem cells, store these stem cells, sometimes even cryopreserve the stem cell for a prolonged duration time for up to 2 to 3 months. So, these facilities need to be available in the center where the transplant is performed. At the same time, for the patient, the bone marrow transplant unit where they are admitted needs to satisfy certain requirement, which include a clean environment like HEPA filtration and the clean air, positive pressure units where these patients are kept for 3 to 4 weeks. There is a significant risk of infections during low blood count for these patients, and that is the reason environment needs to be clean. So, the rooms for bone marrow transplant and isolation rooms are created specially by these hospitals. They are monitored regularly by doing air cultures to make sure that there are no infections in the air. The transit of people in and out of the units is restricted significantly. Only when necessary the nursing staff and the allied medical staff enter the unit. All these precautions need to be taken while the bone marrow transplants are performed. Regular checks are need to be performed for the quality of care of the air, medicines, as well as the surrounding medical staff, their vaccinations, their health. All these things needs to be checked to make sure that patients do not get infected in the bone marrow transplant unit. Having said that, majority of the infections that bone marrow transplant patients get are within themselves. When the WBC count goes down, there is something called transmigration of bugs from the intestine. So, they get gram negative infections, the gram negative bug infections within their body. So, we need to make sure that the staff working with these patients are well equipped and trained to adequately and immediately pick up these infections and start antibiotic support immediately. So trained staff is absolutely vital during these processes. So although the bone marrow transplant procedures are reasonably straightforward, excellent setup needs to be there in the hospitals to manage and continue to care for these patients. So these are the basic requirements transplant unit must have.
Thanks a lot, sir. I think you touched upon a very important topic of infrastructure out there while answering that question. So, moving on, can you tell us more about how infrastructure plays a vital role in treating BMT and how the Bone Marrow Transplant Center, which you have recently established at Nanavati Max Institute of Cancer Care, has a state-of-the-art infrastructure?
Sure. So the Nanavati Hospital, Max Hospital currently has 6-bedded HEPA filtered positive pressured bone marrow transplant unit beds, and each is an individual room where patients are admitted. Adequate nurses are trained, there is healthcare staffs are trained adequately for this. Microbiology unit is well set up to do the air cultures on a regular basis. Blood bank and allied staff is adequately trained to conduct the harvests, cryofreeze these stem cell products, and there are trained staff to infuse the stem cells as well. Our nursing staff and allied staff is well equipped and trained to pick up the infections early. Antibiotics are started as soon as there is a suspicion of infections, and the allied healthcare like nephrology, ICU care is excellent here, and that is the reason we think it is, it's adequately set up to conduct bone marrow complex procedures like bone marrow transplants in Nanavati Max Hospital.
Thanks a lot, sir. That was a very detailed answer. Moving on, sir, a BMT patient, when he or she is undergoing treatment, is it true that they cannot be visited by their family and friends? And how do you get the family connected, or how do you keep them connected to the family to keep their spirits high?
Sure. So bone marrow transplant unit needs to be absolutely clean. Patients who are admitted in bone marrow transplant unit, the commonest cause of mortality, the complications is infections, and there are two types of infections. One is bacterial infections and another are viral infections. See, the viral infections are conducted through air, and you can understand that patients' relatives who are completely asymptomatic can carry a flu which can be dangerous and life threatening to a patient. So a person who has got neutrophil count close to 0 is going to immediately acquire that infection from a relative who is totally asymptomatic. We carry infections like flu all the time with us. Relatives would carry that because the immune system is completely normal, and in that circumstances a simple flu like infection would remain asymptomatic in a relative. If he visits the patient, he can easily transmit that infection, including COVID infection, to a patient if relatives remain asymptomatic. In that circumstances, patients can really become very unwell within a very brief period of time of like hours, and can land up in ICU and die. So that is the reason we generally do not allow recurrent visits of relatives. In Nanavati Max Hospital, we have a relatives waiting area where, like COVID patients, we can do video conferencing with the patients any number of times in a day, but visiting patients regularly, even by a healthcare staff as well as the relative, is not advisable, and that is the reason we do not allow patients and patients' relatives to enter the BMT unit on a regular basis.
Great. So I think we know now a lot about BMT's application in blood cancer treatment. But BMT is also used in a lot of non-cancerous treatment modalities. So can you tell us a little about that, and how BMT has been useful for a lot of blood-related disorders?
Correct. So stem cell is the origin of blood, and blood is a factory of blood. If a stem cell goes wrong, it can either lead to reduced production, reduced function, or uncontrolled production of cells. If there is a reduced production of these cells, you develop flat, low WBC hemoglobin platelet count. There are conditions like aplastic anemia where the stem cell has gone wrong and not able to produce blood. It can be only fixed completely by doing a bone marrow transplant. So bone marrow transplant is a curative procedure for even non-malignant conditions like aplastic anemia, sickle cell disease, thalassemia, where stem cell has abnormality in the stem cell has led to reduced or abnormal production of cells, and hence it leads to manifestations which leads to regular requirement of blood transfusions to these patients lifetime, which leads to complications and reduced survival of these patients. To avoid that and cure these patients, bone marrow transplant or a stem cell transplant is a complete cure, and it can be safely used in patients with sickle cell disease, thalassemia and aplastic anemia as well.
Thanks a lot, sir. I think that was a very detailed answer. Moving on, sir, since blood cancer is such a complex disorder and the treatment itself is so long and complicated, do these children live a healthy, normal life post treatment?
Right. So over a period of last 50 years, the procedures like bone marrow transplant has become so sophisticated that the survival in bone marrow transplant is more than 85%. And once the allogenic or autologous transplant is done, and at the end of 1 year we say that patient is cured, they can live 30 years, 40 years like any other normal person. The complication rates in transplant have gone down significantly. We now understand over last 50 years of research that how to manipulate the immunity pre and post transplant to get the best outcome, and majority of these patients, more than 85 to 90% of these patients will live long life without disease, without underlying disease, which is called MRD negativity, undetectable disease with a normal bone marrow, normal blood cells and without any major complications. Although if you read about bone marrow transplant, books and literature would explain large number of complications like graft versus host disease, graft failure, infections, etc. We through the research of last 50 years understand how to manage these complications. So our patients post bone marrow transplant in majority of centers in the world live normal healthy life post transplant. And although people have these conceptions that bone marrow transplant is used for acute leukemias and these are complicated procedures, once you get blood cancer, patients do not survive. It is totally wrong. 85% of bone marrow leukemia patients, acute leukemia patients can be completely cured with chemotherapy, directed therapy and bone marrow transplant. So the message that I want to transfer today to everyone is that if you get blood cancer, it is treatable. Majority of patients it is curable, and you are not going to see that again after the transplant. So you can live a completely normal life after bone marrow transplant. So if you have a relative friend or a known person who has got blood cancer, it is a treatable condition. It is not that once you get cancer give up. No, it's not like that. Chemotherapy and bone marrow transplant completely cures this patient. It is really important to know that.
Thanks a lot, sir. I think that was a wonderful session, and you've shared some illuminating points with us today, which will be important for a lot of people around the globe, people who have been acting as caretakers or people who unfortunately recently have been detected with blood cancer, or they have their relatives being detected with blood cancer. So thanks a lot for sharing such important information.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
And thank you viewers for staying with us all this while, and stay tuned with Health Chat at Nanavati Max Super Specialty Hospital. We'll be back next week with an important topic. Thank you.